Good Wednesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. The fence might look a little forbidding, but Pabst Public Market wants you to know its doors and shops are open while its west side parking lot gets some much needed upgrades. A GoFundMe has been created for an East Wenatchee 11-year-old who was recently honored at this year's Chief for a Day event. Seasonally warm weather on tap for Thursday before the real warm-up begins this weekend. The Moses Lake man who admitted to murdering his wife and leaving her body in rural Lincoln County was sentenced Tuesday to 15 years in prison. 55-year-old Charles R Bergman entered a plea to second-degree murder in the 2022 killing of Teresa Bergman, 53 years old, who was found dead in a remote area near the town of Edwall. Charles Bergman went on the run and was caught 2 days later after fleeing to Pennsylvania. Investigators in Grant County say Bergman may have decided to murder his wife after she proposed ending their marriage. Teresa Bergman died from a blow to the head, allegedly from a shovel. On the same long weekend, they discovered the body of one of the climbers killed in February's Kulchuk Peak avalanche. Members of the Chelan County Mountain Rescue Team also happened upon a climber who'd gotten stuck at another popular Leavenworth climbing spot. On Saturday, a team member was en route for a recreational climb up at the Castle Rock feature in Tumwater Canyon. They learned of another climber in distress on the 400-foot ascent. In 20 minutes, more members of the Mountain Rescue Team arrived to help the stuck climber continue the route. The volunteer group says it's always happy to help, but a 20-minute rescue may not always be in the cards. A heads up for you tonight that a busy intersection in East Wenatchee will see traffic restrictions while it gets a new signal light. 3rd Street Southeast and Rock Island Road has been an unsignaled intersection for years, but now crews are working on a signal installation and asphalt grinding. Link Transit is also making improvements to its nearby park and ride at the same time. Drivers can expect intermittent detours and lane closures from now through Friday. The fence might look a little forbidding, but Pabst Public Market wants you to know its doors and shops are open while its west side parking lot gets some much-needed upgrades. That work is expected to continue into August, but there's still parking available east of the building, and previously scheduled events are ongoing, including the Wenatchee Farmers Market. Pabst manager Travis Hornby explained the project to NCWLIFE's Dan Kuntz a few weeks ago.
As you can see, it's falling apart. It's a hazard. It's also the current home of the farmers market. And so we want to redo the whole entire thing, make it environmentally sound and safe for the future, but also the permanent home for farmers market. We're doing pavers across the whole thing, so we're not doing concrete. Many reasons for that, but one of the reasons is environmental. We're also doing oil water separation, so most of the money is being spent that most people will never see. We're also doing a bunch of additional infrastructure stuff along the edges, so there'll be water and power for the farmers market, but then also we can look at doing other community events outside, night markets, other art events that require more power, more water to have those kind of things. So we're really excited about it. It gives more opportunity for outdoor meeting spaces for us. It's not just a parking lot, it is a community outdoor meeting space.
A tiny park in Malaga is getting a $150,000 grant to improve itself. The grant from the Society for Ecological Restoration will help pay for a water-efficient irrigation system at Malaga Community Park, plus planting of shade trees, turf grass, and native plant species. The ecological grant is supplemented with $160,000 from Chelan County's share of American Rescue Plan money, which will pay to build restrooms. The 12-acre park was purchased in 2004 by the Malaga Clacum Community Council, and it's maintained mostly by volunteers. The Microsoft Data Center is also a partner in the Park Renewal Project. When we come back, a GoFundMe has been created for an East Wenatchee 11-year-old who was recently honored at this year's Chief for a Day event. Douglas County Sheriff Kevin Morris is stepping up to lead the Washington Association of Sheriffs and Police Chiefs. The North Central Educational Service District has announced the recipients of 2 Employee Recognition Awards. We'll tell you who they are. And cheers, high fives, and smiles were all lined up at Sterling Junior High School as graduating Eastmont High School seniors paraded down the softball fields earlier today. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
It's Click It RV's lowest price guarantee sale going on now at your neighborhood Click It RV.
Be a winner like me and get to Click It RV.
With 0 down and no payments till September, now is the time to own your dream RV.
Get to Click It RV now. Are you going to be mad, bro?
Get never before deep discounts on trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and motorhomes. Plus the best selection, highest trade-in values ever, and a lifetime warranty. Nobody beats the discounts at Click It RV.
I'm Richard Sherman, and we guarantee it.
On Frontage Road.
A GoFundMe has been created for an East Wenatchee 11-year-old who was recently honored at this year's Chief for a Day event. Delia Hernandez, a Lee Elementary School student, was on stage in late April alongside East Wenatchee Police Chief Rick Johnson during the Apple Blossom event that honors chronically ill and disabled children. According to the GoFundMe page, which was set up by Eastmont School District School Resource Officer Ivy Jacobson, the leukemia Hernandez battled and overcame after 2 years of treatment has returned. Hernandez is currently receiving treatment in Spokane, and the donations will go towards her family's extra medical, gas, food, and hotel expenses. If you'd like to donate, you can find the GoFundMe page here or on the NCWLIFE website. Douglas County Sheriff Kevin Morris is stepping up to lead the Washington Association of Sheriffs and Police Chiefs. The organization known as WasPC sets the standards for police training and accreditation throughout the state. The residency rotates every spring, and this year Morris takes over from Wenatchee Police Chief Steve Crown, who held the reins for 2022 into this year. He's also served on the WasPC Executive Board for several years. The North Central Educational Service District has announced the recipients of 2 Employee Recognition Awards. Eastmont School District Sarah Burnell has been selected as the 2024 Regional Teacher of the Year. Burnell, a 4th grade teacher at Clovis Elementary School, works to make learning fun by teaching students through songs, visuals, games, and discussions. Christopher Rosales, a paraeducator at Westside High School in Wenatchee, was selected as the 2023 Regional Classified School Employee of the Year for his work with bilingual students and their families, ensuring they had the information they needed on opportunities for financial assistance for college. Burnell and Rosales are both eligible for state honors through the Washington Office of Superintendent of Public Instruction, and state winners will be announced coming up in September. Cheers, high fives, and smiles were all lined up at Sterling Junior High School as graduating Eastmont High School seniors paraded down the softball fields. Dressed in their caps and gowns, Eastmont High School grads toured their old stomping grounds during this year's Senior Salute. The newer tradition, which is in its 4th year, sends the seniors on 2 different routes to district elementary and junior high schools. The idea is for the graduates to thank the educators who helped them along the way and to inspire the younger students to one day graduate themselves. Eastmont's graduation ceremony will be held this Friday, June 2nd at Town Toyota Center. Coming up next in tonight's feature story, tomorrow marks the start of National CPR Awareness Week, which puts a spotlight on how cardiopulmonary resuscitation and defibrillators can save lives all year round. Seasonal weather expected once again tomorrow before we see unseasonably warm temperatures by this weekend and especially next week. I'll have all the details in your complete North Central Washington weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
The Lake Chelan Rotary Club invites you to experience Cycle Chelan, held June 24th, 2023. Pick your thrill from 4 rides: the Metric Century Challenge, Cycle Divino, the Lake Loop, or the Butte Blast. All profits from Cycle Chelan are used to support student scholarships and other charitable activities of the Lake Chelan Rotary Club. Cycle Chelan 2023, a route for every rider. Pick your thrill today.
Hi everybody, Dan Coos alongside Jesse Coble from Alpine Air. My heat pump there's like steam coming out of it. It's making weird noises. Is this something I need to be concerned about?
No, Dan, that's normal operation. Refrigeration technology steals heat from the outside, transfers it to the inside, and it creates frost on your heat pump. The defrost cycle melts that off, which creates steam and a little bit of noise.
That makes sense. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. For heat and air, call Alpine Air. Thanks, Jesse.
Thank you.
Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, located on South Wenatchee Ave, has the largest selection of spas and swim spas in town. Stay cool this summer in an artesian swim spa and use it all year long. We enjoy helping families reconnect one spa at a time. Hot tubs are proven to improve sleep and decrease arthritis pain. Our passion is water, so please bring us a water sample, and we will help you diagnose your pool or spa water for free. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, your pool and spa experts.
Tomorrow marks the start of National CPR Awareness Week, which runs every year from June 1st through the 7th. The week puts a spotlight on how cardiopulmonary resuscitation and defibrillators can save lives all year round. Confluence Health Emergency Director Dr. Lance Job spoke with Dan Kuntz about the ways to recognize and deal with a coronary incident.
A heart attack is essentially where the heart muscle is not getting proper blood flow because the artery is plugged, and so heart muscle starts to die. Fortunately, most people that have a heart attack do not have a cardiac arrest. A cardiac arrest is where effectively the heart stops beating, so you don't have any blood flow moving forward. And so you really only have moments to intervene before somebody dies from that. A heart attack, the person is conscious. They can be having chest pain or tightness or shortness of breath, maybe heartburn symptoms, some arm pain or aching, maybe back pain, upper back pain, nausea, sweating, those are typical symptoms. It's super important that if you're having any of those symptoms to seek medical care. It may not be a heart attack, it might just be heartburn, but we would much rather have you come in and let's evaluate it. There's things we can do to try to determine whether this is a heart attack. Sometimes we can figure that out in the emergency department and let you go home. Sometimes you need to be admitted to the hospital to completely figure that out, but definitely come and be evaluated. This is Jonah, one of our paramedics, demonstrating CPR. So he placed one hand in the center of the chest between the nipples with one hand over the top of that. And then with straight arms, he's pushing down, keeping those arms straight and trying to have his shoulders right over the chest and just bending at the waist. And he's pushing hard. And then with each compression comes back up, those hands are not coming off the chest. And he's keeping the rate right around 110. And all of our EMS providers use a metronome because it's very difficult, especially when there's a lot of adrenaline going and people are stressed, to keep that rate right at 110. So everybody uses the metronome. And if you call 911, the dispatcher is going to count for you to keep that rate at about 110 as well.
Time now to take a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope your Wednesday was a good one. We had some very comfortable temperatures out there, but some breezy conditions around most of our viewing area today as well. Beautiful shot looking down at the Wenatchee Valley from our Wenatchee Heights Sky-Fi Tower camera. And boy, lots of blue sky with just a few wispy high clouds out there. Today, about like normal. This is what we should see for this time of year. 75 today and 75 is normal. Boy, our low temperature right in the ballpark too, 54 and 52. Record-wise, 103, our record on this date, set back in 1986. Our record low, 41, and that was in 1984. Sunrise 5:09 this morning, and sun sets tonight at 8:49. All right, let's get you into Thursday and show you what the temperatures look like. We are going to slowly warm up throughout the end of the week and into this weekend. We'll pop up into the upper 70s in the Columbia Basin tomorrow for Quincy, Ephrata, and Moses Lake. 78 as well, Wenatchee, Antioch, all the way up into Omak, which may flirt with 80 degrees tomorrow. Beautiful day in Leavenworth for a Thursday, I guess, with a high temperature of 76. All right, let's take a look at tonight now. Mostly clear skies. Here's our weather maker, an area of high pressure that's parked out on the Pacific, bringing us a very mild southwesterly and westerly flow. A little breezy though, and that's going to continue as the cold front moves through, so we could see a little bit of that tonight. And then sunny and warmer as we get into Thursday. Hardly a cloud in the sky around Washington tomorrow. High temperatures, as I mentioned, generally in those upper 70s. And then we begin to really warm up. Friday, sunny and warmer. We will see highs in the low 80s. Boy, that ridge of high pressure goes all the way up into British Columbia, and it is going to stick around for a while, folks. Sunny and warmer, as we mentioned, with 80s on Friday. Even warmer as we get you into the upcoming weekend. High temperatures on Saturday, somewhere in those mid-80s. Moses Lake, you could see upper 80s. And then Sunday, that's where the heat is really on. Sunny and warmer. Look at that area of high pressure. We will see high temperatures at the end of the weekend into the upper 80s. And are you ready for some 90s? We're going to see that as we get you into the first part of next week. Sunny and unseasonably warm. Might even call it hot for this time of year with high temperatures Monday near 90 degrees. And boy, all of eastern Washington really going to warm up early next week. And even hotter as we get into Tuesday. Sunshine at the end of our forecast with high temperatures then in those low 90s. Let's take a look now at your 7-day forecast. 49 overnight tonight. That is one of the cooler overnight lows that we've seen in a while. And then just beautiful weather heading into the upcoming weekend. Thursday, 78, 83 for Friday. Sunshine throughout our forecast. 86 Saturday, up in the upper 80s for both Sunday and Monday. And then by Tuesday, our hottest day yet. Sunshine and warmer, high on Tuesday of 92. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Celebrate the class of 2023 with the NCWLIFE channel. Join us Friday, June 2nd for Eastmont High School's commencement exercises live from the Town Toyota Center at 6 p.m. Coverage is brought to you by Apple Valley Honda, Confluence Health, JDSA Law, Merry Maids, and Mini Blinds and more. Celebrate the class of 2023 with the NCWLIFE channel.
will make that 20 runs in 2 games for the Yankees in 2 days. New York plated 10 more runs in a 10-2 win over the Mariners last night at T-Mobile Park. For the second straight night, the Bronx Bombers chased a Seattle starter early in the game as Logan Gilbert took the loss.
Now you got to deal with Isaiah Kiner-Falefa.
That's a base hit to center field. Torres scores. Here comes Judge. Here's the throw. Not in time. Runners move up to second and third. It's 2-0 Yankees on the IKF 2-run single. 1-2. Lofted deep to left field, going back. Pollock still back, reaching for the wall, makes the catch on the track. LeMahieu tags. He'll score. Moving to third is IKF. It's a sac fly for Bowers. So here's Volpe, second and third, 2 outs. High fly ball, deep left field. Pollock back, still back, turning, looking. See ya! A 3-run home run for Volpe. And the Yankees lead 6-0.
Well, I'm watching the left fielder Pollock, and he only took a couple steps. He knew that was gone. Volpe got a slider that didn't slide.
Greg Allen steps in against Logan Gilbert. Swinging a deep drive into right field. Backing up on it is Hernandez. He looks up. This one is gone. A home run. Greg Allen finds the seats down the right field line.
I don't think I've ever had the luxury of a foul ball in the booth.
That was heated up. Down into the corner. Haggerty in full flight. He's going to get the third. Manny's going to wave him. Here comes the throw. He is in there safely. And hard the other way. Judge can't get it. Scoring is Todd France. Digging for second is Hernandez. An RBI double at 7-2.
Murphy leading things off in the bottom of the 6th. The 1-1. Check swing. They appeal. And, C.B. Buckner says that he goes around. And Tom Murphy is not happy. And the count goes to 1-2. And now the home plate umpire is standing in between Murphy and Buckner is making a slow walk towards home plate. What is happening here? Did somebody get tossed? Here comes Scott Service. Did C.B. Buckner toss? He threw him out of the game. Buckner ejected Murphy, and now Scott Service, he just got run by the home plate umpire, Brian Walsh.
So McCoffin will pitch to Aaron Judge. Judge lifts this one deep to left field. Backing up on it is Pollock. He's near the warning track. He's at the wall. He leaps, and it's gone! A home run! Aaron Judge, for the second night in a row, leaves the ballpark. That's 3 home runs in 2 games for the captain.
Grounded up the middle, 4 hits for IKF. 1 run scores. Here comes Calhoun. He'll score. It's a 2-run single for Kiner-Falefa. Right back to Weber. This'll do it. And it does.
Manager Scott Service didn't talk about his ejection after the ball game, but did lament the second consecutive night where his starter didn't fare well.
We haven't had this happen back-to-back nights. Our starting pitching has been so solid all year long. Really allows us to be competitive every night. And the last couple nights, it's gotten away from us. And different reasons. Last night I didn't think Bryce had his A stuff. I thought Logan was a little off tonight. And I say all those things, and we have to, we still have to stay on the attack and keep going after people. And I haven't felt that the last couple nights. So we will get back after it tomorrow. Disappointing the last couple nights. I thought we were having a really good homestand, and we still have a chance to have a good homestand. We've got to win the ball game tomorrow, but a lot of things in the game tonight. But obviously the first inning they come out and we played such good defense. Gino, I don't think have made an error all year, and we make a big error in the first, and they capitalize on it. And you have to give them credit; they're swinging the bats really well. But we have to stay ahead in the count. We have to stay on the attack, and we just haven't done that here the last couple nights.
Seattle and New York wrap up the 3-game set tonight at 6:40 on Root Sports Northwest. Well, the Mariners learned prior to yesterday's game that All-Star center fielder Julio Rodriguez had been named the American League Player of the Week, and what a week it was.
Home run! Julio! And yes,
indeed. Julio's bat really heating up.
There are not many human beings on the planet that can put on that kind of swing and drive the ball out.
Julio, 3 consecutive hits. He's been on base 4 times tonight. He's getting hot. Here it comes.
Goodbye, baseball. Julio Rodriguez.
Julio has 12 hits during an 8-game stretch and so far has hit 3 home runs in that time frame. Other American League West action yesterday, Adolis Garcia was 4 for 5 with 3 runs to lead Texas over Detroit 10-6. Alex Bregman and Chas McCormick each hit home runs to power Houston over Minnesota 5-1. Andrew Vaughn's bases clearing double highlighted a 5-run 4th inning for the White Sox as they held off the Angels 7-3. After snapping an 11-game losing streak 2 nights ago, the Astros have make that the A's, talking about the Athletics here, have won 2 straight for the second time this season in a walk-off fashion over Atlanta last night. Seth Brown's bases loaded grounder to third, bobbled, and the winning run came home to score. That gave Oakland a 2-1 win. Well, now that the season is over for spring sports, it's time to recognize players and coaches for their season that was. Locals who made the Big 9 Baseball All-League First Team, including Eastmont's Michael Singleton and Tice Llewellyn, Moses Lake's Zane Harden, Blaine McDonald, Drew Greninger, and Michael Getzinger were all first-team selections, as was Wenatchee's Connor Christensen and Evan Smith. West Valley's Brody Mills was the Player of the Year, while his coach, Ryan Johnson, the Big 9 Coach of the Year. Eastmont sophomore pitcher Brittany Howe leads the delegation of local athletes on the All Big 9 softball first team. Her teammates Elizabeth Hines, Emily Osborne, and Ellie Holben were also first-team selections. Moses Lake's Morgan Ross, Michaela Schwartz, Jaslyn Torres, Reagan Huffines, and Allie Stanley were first-team choices. Wenatchee's Ava Brownlee also made the first list. Howe was selected the Big 9 Player of the Year, while Eastmont coach Cliff Johnson was selected Coach of the Year after his Wildcats won their second straight Big 9 title. The All Big 9 boys soccer list starts with Eastmont's Leon brothers, Aaron and Edgar, as well as Kai Pefferman and Osvaldo Sanchez. Wenatchee had 4 players honored with first-team selections, including Anthony Garcia, Julian Reyes, Gabriel Mata, and Emmanuel Ocampo. Edgar Leon is the Big 9 Player of the Year, while Wenatchee's Dennis Tronson shares the Co-Coach of the Year honors with Davis's Christian Gonzalez. Eastmont's relay team of Peyton Guest, Tristan Wood, Gunnar Peterson, and Graydon Schneider were selected all Big 9 first-team track and field athletes, along with teammate Matthew Bender. Wenatchee's Rivers Cook shot-putted his way to a first-team selection to join Moses Lake's Ty Rimple and Hunter Blackman. Rimple chosen the Co-Athlete of the Year, along with West Valley's Max Hutton. Eisenhower coach Phil English selected as the Coach of the Year in the Big 9. There's a long list of local athletes on the All Big 9 girls track and field selections. For Eastmont, congratulations to Helen Shoemaker, Maddie Scaramazzino, Noelia Johnson, Kaylin Greer, Ellie Prazer, and Paige Overton. Moses Lake's honorees include Sydney McDonald, Kaya Char, that is, Kaylee Kellum, Marcia Higley, and Addie Burns. Wenatchee's first-team contingent includes Zoe Gonzalez, Eloise Bowles, Kara Norland, Allie Knoop, and Brianna Sackman. Gonzalez and Eisenhower's Isabella Alvarado share the Big 9 Co-Athlete of the Year award. Wenatchee's Steve Roche and Bob Bullis are the Coaches of the Year. Fresh off a top 5 finish at state for Moses Lake's Marwin Warnick, the Maverick is the only first-team selection on the All Big 9 boys tennis team, locally that is. He's also the Big 9 Player of the Year. Congratulations. Coaching Staff of the Year went to West Valley. Eastmont's Elise Bickford was honored for her incredible tennis season as a first-team All Big 9 selection, as well as the Player of the Year. Eastmont's coaching staff shares honors with West Valley as the Coaching Staffs of the Year. For more, follow our website at ncwlife.com. That's a look at sports. Have a happy Wednesday.
On the next edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, we're here in Antioch because this Saturday, June 3rd, is the first of the Susan
Antioch Valley Makers Markets.
Antioch Valley Makers Market. There's going to be food, entertainment, and about 20 booths. All of it stuff made by hand by people who are a lot more creative than I am. That's on the next edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night.
The NCW Life channel offers marketing packages that help you build your brand and sell your products and services. From traditional TV ads to targeted digital campaigns, let us help you build your customer base. Call NCW Life channel today.